friend of mine just found out yesterday that she passed on. I don't even know when exactly she did. But this is a friend I've been looking for. I've been looking for her for almost 6 years now. I wanted to keep a tab on her, to be able to locate her, so that I'll be able to say thank you to her, because she was so good to me years back. But in those days, there were no phones, there were no communication, easy communication like these days, and Facebook wasn't there. So when I felt, I need to do something for this lady because of our past, because of our history together, I went looking for her, only to hear just yesterday that somebody found her. It was a friend of ours, a friend of my family, that found a boy that saw the lady's child. And we're like, thank God, the child has been found. When he was asked about the mom, she said the mom passed on many years back. It's a sad time, it's a sad thing, because I was really looking forward to saying thank you to that lady. And do you know how she passed on? Listen to the story. That's what brought us here to this place today. Yeah. This is a lady that she was just a young girl, fresh from the secondary school. She wasn't quite 20 years, 21, 22, call it 20, 21, 22 years old when she got married to this guy. A guy that was quite advanced, well, so to speak, because this guy was doing well in Aba. That was back then in Abia State, doing well, was all over, taking girls from here to there. We thought because he wasn't married, that was why he wasn't able to stick to one girl. He was all over the town, one girl after the other, one girl after the other, every night a new girl, every night a new girl. Well, we didn't have any control over him. Of course, it was his life, and we didn't know. We had to caution him. Maybe if we had known, we would have cautioned him back then. Maybe his life would have been spared. Maybe the wife's life would have been spared, but we didn't know. I didn't know what I know now. If I knew, or if I was bold, or if I knew it could be that bad, I would have told him, this is it. This is the surest way, the easiest way to buy yourself. Okay, let's now hear the story of what happened. This lady got married to this guy, and they moved in, started living together as man and wife. I remember I said this girl is quite young, just fresh from the secondary school, and the guy had made it sort of more or less made it big as at that time, and took this girl in. And along the line, what could have gone wrong? What happened? Because the topic here is to tell us who kpaied the girl, who kpaied this girl. Is it the husband, or who, or herself, or HIV? Which of the three things kpaied her? Remember, I said she got married quite early, freshly from the secondary school, was hardly informed, knew little or nothing about life. She got involved in this man, with this man, married him, had I think about 3 children for him. Then along the line, we had the man pass on, because we parted ways. We parted ways with this man, my family and the man. We parted ways, I think, so many years ago. So we left the vicinity where we were staying together and moved out of town to another city. No telephone, no communication. We didn't keep a close tab on each other. We didn't know much about him. He didn't know much about us, until we heard that he passed on. We didn't even know when he was sick and how he was sick and what kind of sickness he had. Only heard that he passed on. So we were like, wow, what could have happened to the young wife? Because we knew he got married to a lady, young lady. We were like, who knows what will be, how she should be coping with the children. And we've always had it in our mind to go ahead and do 1 or 2 things for her, for the sake of her husband, for the sake of a relationship we had over the years. So just 2 days ago, as I said, we were able to lay hold on the child to the lady. He asked the lady, what of your mom? The guy now says, he's quite grown now said that the mom passed on. What kpaied her? The sickness the husband contracted was what was transferred to her, and the husband died shortly after he died. She joined, she followed suit. So the question now is that what kpaied the woman? Is it the husband, or the woman herself, or the sickness? Which of the 3 things? Because we keep on telling people, when you want to get involved in a relationship, in a marriage, so to speak, don't go into your marriage ignorantly, and don't go into that marriage without knowing your partner. Study him, know his excesses, study her, know her excesses, know her do's, know her don'ts, know what you should know about your partner before you settle for him or her, so that you know how to, so that you know how to live your life happily with him or her. Both parties are supposed to help each other. You don't know it all. Your partner might know it better in one area and you know better in one area. You complement each other. This guy, if he had married a lady that was his age or his mate or his friend, maybe, just maybe, or if he had married a girl that was a little bit mature, who knows, just maybe the lady may be able to help him or help herself. Because for him to pass on and the woman pass on shortly after him is a sign that something went wrong along the line. Because if it was HIV that kpaied the man, why didn't the woman take precaution? Why didn't her do something on time to avoid following suit immediately? Because we heard that shortly after the man passed on, the lady followed suit. What happened? That's what we are now talking about. Please, if you know what you think that happened or what you think that could have happened, because there are so many people in that case today, what did they have to do to avoid this calamity? At least if they were to pass on, one could go and the other one should remain for the family. Why would the man pass on? The man that was all over town before, he used to be all over town before he got involved with this woman. We thought he was going to change after marriage. Invariably, he never changed. And for the fact that some of the children are alive and the woman passed on with the man, it means that the disease could not have been in the man before the man got involved with the girl. It's possible it was after they had had their children that the man now went haywire, increased the tempo, and went and brought home this disease that bite the two of them. Or what do you think? That's what we want to talk about today. And if you have any idea, any suggestion, anything at all, you can add to this thing. Please, we want to learn. A lot of people are out there with a similar problem and they need information, they need help. If you're able to come up to the screen or put it at the comment section, a lot of people may get to know, may get to understand and know what to do in a case like this. Because there's a case also that we have today, something we are going to handle right now. A lady brought a message about a similar topic. It's happening in her own life now and she needs advice. She wants people to go ahead to listen to it and learn and take counsel and be able to make a better decision in life and to know what to do. So just hold on. I am going to read it out because she sent it just this morning that I should please read it out to other people so that everybody will get to know, because this disease is really ravaging. And initially, we all know in Africa, WHO used to help assist in the treatment, but now we heard that they are not helping again. They are not subsidizing the treatment again, so it's now costly. It's now more expensive than it used to be. Individuals having to buy by themselves for themselves is not quite very easy. So, and I heard also that the using of condom, even though it's 100% safe, but I learned that the price in Africa has skyrocketed. Okay, it's very expensive. So it's an expensive lifestyle. And that brings us back to the topic of relationship. When you're getting involved with a partner, get involved with somebody you will be able to be satisfied with. Somebody that can satisfy you emotionally, intellectually, physically, sexually, otherwise, so that you don't have too much temptation of going outside. Outside there is disastrous now. Outside there is dangerous now. Let's be wise. Let's be intentional about getting our partners to get somebody you'll be able to, be satisfied with, to avoid temptation, to avoid cases like this, to avoid stories that touch the heart like this. So that's what I brought today, and I feel we all have to write down something. What do you think is the reason why this thing happened? Because a lot of people will come to see this video. It will be a lesson to other people. What should have been done? The man should he have stop his excesses, or shouldn't he have stopped his excesses when he got married? Or the woman, should she have married at that age? Shouldn't she have been more aware? I'm beginning to think that if she was more educated than she was, maybe she would have known what to do with herself, to help herself to avoid this early demise of her. Or is it the HIV we should blame? Please drop your own idea at the comment section for other people to get to see and know what to do. And if you have anything to say, you can come up to the screen and tell us what do you think that happened in that case. Because there's another thing we want to talk about right now. Somebody that brought a topic similar to that. She said we should please read it out for other people to get to know what happened to her, and maybe it will be useful to somebody. Just maybe somebody will get information and turn out a better life. So let me just read up just hang on, we'll read it. And in the process of reading, normally anytime we are doing this our program, it's a time for matchmaking. If you are there, you want a partner, you want to get involved with somebody, you can send us an invite. To bring up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, location, blog, what you do for a living, describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, your partner might be somewhere there at the comment section waiting for you, and connection will take place immediately. So this is just listen to this story. Please pay attention and listen to the end and drop your own comments. Okay, this title is The Echoes of Emeka. That's the title the lady gave it to. She said, in the city of vibrant Lagos, where horns never sleep and the streets pulse with life, there was this my boyfriend called Emeka, charismatic, confident, and strikingly handsome. Emeka was the kind of a man who walked into a room and made time slow down. Wow. Women loved him, men envied him, and he knew it. Wow. At 29, Emeka had it all. A solid job intake, a trendy apartment in Lekki, a girlfriend who adored him, and that was me, Chioma. I was a medical student, soft-spoken but fierce in brilliance, fierce in intelligence. I believed in loyalty, in slow love, and in shared dreams. Emeka believed in me, and it was convenient for him. Yeah. But temptation slowed him like a ghost. Temptation slowed him down, and temptation followed him, and temptation shadowed him like a ghost. On Friday nights, when I am busy studying away at my family house in Enugu, Emeka would slip into the world he kept hidden from me. He called it just living. To others, it was recklessness. He frequented the clubs in Victoria Island, danced too close to too many women, and often woke up in places he didn't even remember walking into. Can you see that kind of life? There was Anna, a bank executive. There was Lola, a singer with a fierce voice, and secrets in her eyes. Then Zainab, who never asked questions. Emeka told himself he was being honest. He wasn't married after all. But deep inside him, he knew he was gambling with something more than just hearts. He was breaking not just girls' hearts, but something else. I confronted him, but gently. But Emeka said, I told him that, my love, Emeka, I trust you, but sometimes I feel like I'm holding on to someone who is not really there. That was what Chioma said she told him. Chioma said she told him, Emeka, my dear, I trust you, but sometimes I feel like I'm holding on to someone who is not really there, or who is not really here. Emeka will smile and kiss me at my forehead and whisper, I am here always. Okay. But he wasn't. 3 years into our relationship, I graduated and I was accepted into a prestigious hospital in Abuja for residency. Then I decided to try long distance relationship. It was then that Emeka doubled his spiral further. His became wild. No one was watching him anymore. At least, not anyone that mattered. The thrill of secrecy grew stronger, but so did the consequences. Wow. One evening, Emeka became ill. Just a fever, he thought, then fatigue, then weeks of night sweats, mouth sores, weight loss. He visited the clinics after persistent coughing and bedridden for days. The doctor suggested an HIV test. He laughed it off. I am not that kind of a person, he said, but he took the test all the same. The test was positive. The room fell silent, as if the walls themselves were grieving. Emeka stared blankly at the nurse. The weight of his past is catching up with him in a single sheet of paper. He had been using protection, but not consistently. Chioma, he thought of Chioma, and he now started wondering, what if Chioma had contracted the thing? What if I had contracted the thing? Well, he called me that night, shaking. He said, I need to tell you something. He began, but his words failed him. I was quiet for a long time. I've always known you were hiding something, I said, calmly and clearly. But I never stopped loving you, Emeka. But love isn't enough. The truth isn't there. No. So I got tested. Thankfully, I was negative, and that was when Emeka wept for me and for others, for himself. Months passed. Emeka began his treatment, but the disease had already weakened him. The mirror showed a different man now, thin, hollow-eyed, humbled. He started volunteering at an HIV awareness clinic in Surulere. He spoke to young men like him, told them his stories, not for them to be sympathetic to him, but to warn them. He found fragments of redemption in honesty, though it came too late for many things. Emeka never got back together with Chioma. He never got back together with me. Of course, I had to move on respectfully, but I visited him once in a while before he passed on. He looked at me with eyes full of remorse and said, I had everything, but I chose to chase shadows. I held him in his hands and assured him that it was fine. Now, maybe this story will stop someone else from doing the same thing. That's what Chioma said. Emeka and I were having it all. We had everything we needed, but what was he looking for outside? When he breathed his last breath, I was not in the hospital, but I was told that his final words was that they should make this truth to be told, that everybody should be made to know about his story, to warn other people. So this brings us to the end of the story of Chioma and Emeka. What do you have to say about this? Have you seen how I was saying that maybe that girl that passed on, maybe if she had been educated, if she had been more exposed, more experienced, she may have been able to help herself. Have you seen the difference between this lady and the lady that passed on? It's true, yeah, the other people could say they were husband and wife. I am not saying that she could have done anything to stop death, but I'm saying that it could have been delayed with wisdom, with knowledge, with exposure. It could have been delayed to some extent, not just clearing the man and her almost at the same time, the way they did, and leaving the children to be fatherless and motherless. So this lady was able to find out that the partner was into funny things, and I'm sure she started taking precaution and started warning him on time. Maybe that was why she was paid. Maybe she started being careful, and that was why she was paid. The man passed on and she was tested negative, and that's the story we are talking about today. So thank you for always watching our videos. Thank you for always commenting and for always liking, for always sharing. Please like this video, share it, let it go viral, because this is a wake up call to many of us. Is if you are the lady and you're watching this video, don't watch alone. Send to some other person to watch and get proper information. Send to your husbands, send to your boyfriends. And if you're a guy, you're watching this thing, your girl might be the one that may help you to checkmate your excesses, to bring you back to order. Maybe your going out is not your fault, maybe it's her fault. By the time she realizes that there are certain things she can do to help you to be on a good track, it might make her to double her effort to make sure that she helps you. So don't keep this video to yourself alone. Share it, let it go viral, let people get to know and take proper counsel. Thank you for always liking our videos. Thank you for always sharing. Thank you for always being there. Please follow us if you are not yet following us, and next time when you come live, come to the screen, prepare to come to the screen and give your own idea, because anytime we are live is actually an interactive session, so anybody can come up and speak, use our mind and educate everybody. We are interested in relationships, how to make relationships to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant and lasting. That is our work. Every method, anything at all that can help us to build this relationship is what we are interested in. So do well by joining us anytime you see us. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.